after leaving church and doing my check-in for today. Today, I feel terrible. I feel absolutely horrible today. And I didn't get a whole lot done productivity-wise, but I did get to confession for our penance ceremony that we have here once a year. And now I'm gonna go change into my sweats because I feel terrible, like I mentioned, and I need to go for a long walk. Boxing was canceled today, so I missed that. So I gotta make up for it with doing some type of exercise, so perhaps I might go and do a hike. Okay, welcome to another edition of Spend a Week in My Life, PMS edition. So I feel like hell, guys. Like, really, I have not had cramps this severe in months. I have just been waltzing through my period of late, like the past couple months. Not this time. We're making up for our lost cause. So I just, like, I didn't even get like a good day's work in because I felt so bad. And I've been so bloaty. Like, everything hurts. Like, my whole body hurts right now. So on top of that, we didn't have boxing today, which would have really helped. And so, like, you know, I wrote a bunch of emails today, took a couple calls, but all the stuff that I wanted to do was just out the window. I just woke up and it was just slammed with really bad cramps. So I ended up getting an acai bowl to eat. I had chicken for lunch. I brought it for lunch, but I didn't eat it because I just didn't feel like it. And then I had a Laura bar. So that has been mainly what I've eaten today. I need to drink more water. I hope hydrating will make me feel better. And I'm out of my feminine products, so I think I need to go run to CVS and do that. I think probably the reason why I'm having really heavy cramps is that we didn't have like a really strong, heavy workout. Monday we did just like stretching, like we stretched literally the whole class, which was just what I needed because my body was feeling kind of beat up and crappy. So I think that could be the reason why. And then also like not having like as many steps. Usually I'm pretty active, but this week not so much. So I think that's a little bit of the reason why I feel terrible and I'm extra bloaty more than normal. And then to top it off, to make this week ever so great, I ended up running out of foundation out of my pen. Let me see if I can show you guys. Okay, so Mac has this new foundation pen, which is great. The idea is great, but the bad thing about it is I can't get the top off of it to like scrape the extra foundation. So like, okay, so it's Studio Fix everywhere all day over face pen. Okay, if I can speak. So this is it. Works like a charm. Like, you just basically turn it and then your foundation comes out, right? Well, the sad fact of this is once you get down to nothing, with like the old ones, like the bottle, you can actually like try to scrape it out. And I used to get like a Q-tip to try to get it all out. You can't do it with this. That's the part that sucks. So I have just been trying to do my best to cover up. And then on top of that, to make matter even worse, my powder foundation completely like broken. So I heard, and I don't know if I did this right, but I think in the past I heard like to put it back together, you use like rubbing alcohol and then you put it in the fridge and then it hardens and then it's like back together again. So I ended up doing that and I didn't like let it air out. So then yesterday I put it on my face and then I could feel like the alcohol was still in it. Today it was better. So it's just been a mess. So out of my foundation, my skin looks not the greatest. I'm bloaty. My hair would not cooperate today. It was a mess. Like, so it's just been a week. Okay. This whole week has just been a mess. And then I don't know about you guys, like, you know, really the girls I'm talking to, but you know, when you're on your period, you just feel like crap. You feel like horrible. I feel dirty and I feel smelly and I just want to like crawl in a hole and just hide. But I know that if I like don't move, I'm just gonna feel much worse. So yeah, that's pretty much what's happening here. I ended up like, I'm sitting in a car right now at church, and then there's like this really like pretty good looking guy that just got out of a car, and I'm like, where have you been? Yeah, he's like, okay. He's not like fire like my old church guy. He was fire. So yeah. Last night for dinner, I just had organic, gluten-free, like these little like cheese puff things. Granted, it's processed. I shouldn't have had it, but I did. So that was my dinner last night. And yeah, so I think tonight I have all the salad stuff at home. So I think I'm going to make myself a big salad and see if I want to eat it. I might put some chicken on it. I don't feel good. I don't feel like it. So it's taken me a year to get to confession. And if you don't know what confession is, I'm a Catholic. So we go, we talk to the priest, we tell him like our sins, all the bad stuff that we've done. And then we get like, it's all basically he's telling us like, okay, God forgives you, boom, you're out. So I've been waiting a year. I've tried to get in several times. And if you don't know, like it can be super like popular to come. And my pet peeve is when people come and they consume, like they are telling their life story, okay? Their life story to their priest. And it just takes forever for them to just like confess and be done with it. And just be like, move on. No, they're telling their whole damn life story. So anywho, so I've done a couple of those where I tried to come on like a Saturday before mass, and then I'm like twiddling my thumbs waiting. And then at like, 10 minutes till mass, then the altar server comes and he like, basically stands in front of the door, and that means no more confession. I got to go grab the priest and tell him time's up. So finally got in today and got that done. So that's like check off the list. But yeah, so that's like the one productive thing I did today. And I just, man, my cramps have just been horrible. I've had the cramps today that like when you use the bathroom, like you have that like big shot of pain that goes up your spine and everywhere else. That's not where it should be. And yeah. So anyways, I'm going to head out. There's this guy that's next to me. I normally would change my car out in the parking lot, but there's this guy next to me, and I think he's waiting for his wife to finally come out. And yeah, that's it. So that's another day in the life of me on my period. I probably should go do a CVS run, go get some more feminine products, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a walk and see how I feel. But I have cramps to the point where like I'll be walking and then I'll have cramps and I'll literally have to stop and like double over. It's like that bad. Anywho, yeah, let's go on a CVS run. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I just got done with my CVS run. I got my feminine products, and then I ended up going to like the kind of sort of healthy treat section, and I like these little fruit things. Everything that's like a little sweet, and these strawberry things. And then I ended up getting these like Dutch waffles. And I had these when I was in Amsterdam. And so it was like a little fun reminder of when I was free, when I was young. Well, not young, but I was free and enjoying life for 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, I miss being on vacation. I am off next Friday for Good Friday. And yeah, I mean, that one's like really not an off day. It's, focusing on like God and stuff that day, but it's still a day off. It's a day for me to unplug. Oh, even though I have to work the Saturday. But anyways, so right now we're going to go to our walk location and try to feel better. I'm going to go put my hiking boots on for this one. And hopefully I'll start to feel a little bit better. I'm still having those cramps where I'm walking, and it's like it tenses up so bad that I have to stop. So anywho, let's go to a hike. Hey guys, happy Saturday. I'm just getting done with my Pilates and cold plunge class. Today was my last class of my private training, and it's still hard. It's a lot to remember. Like there's so many things that I'm learning about my body that's like trained differently than like dance, and my shoulders always come up, and it's just like my hips like range of motion on some things. Like I'm not able to like hold certain positions in a right angle. And so anyways, my instructor, she was really good, because I told her I was like really focused on form. Like I want to make sure that I'm doing all of the exercises properly. So she's helping me do that. So my next step is either to get a membership or just to like purchase individual classes. I am not decided on what I want to do. So there's this Pilates studio that's here, and then there's another one that I just saw that is down the street from my house. It kind of makes sense if I'm doing Pilates to do classes here, if I'm going to do them on Saturday, Sunday, because it's literally right next door to my cold plunge class. But if I wanted to take a class during the week, then it would make sense for me to have, which I think I only have like one day. I literally only have Tuesday to be able to do that. So then I would go to that studio there. So I think probably, like just saying that out loud, it makes more sense for me to have a membership here. It's just like, it's like $200 a month, and that's really steep. I would love to continue the practice and to like really work on my body differently. And yeah, in addition to that, I am down 2 pounds, and this is because of my reduced eating this week because Aunt Flo's in town. And so hopefully that will help. I need to drink a lot more water. I've been really stressed out this past week. So usually if I'm really stressed, I can go back and forth. Like, I think right now, just because of where I am, like in my cycle, I think that's the reason why I'm not eating as much. And I can't really like blame my cycle for like crazy eating habits. And it's like, honestly, a lot of emotional stuff. So anyways, I'm out of makeup, so I'm gonna go to Ulta. And I just thought, hey, it'd be kind of cool if I take you guys in to look for my shade, which is usually, I hope they have it this time because they're always out of it. They really don't buy much at this particular Ulta of my color for my foundation, for liquid and powder. So we'll go see if we can find it. And then I also need to go get some squalane cleanser, and then possibly just grab like a juice from the Nectar bar, and that will be like my breakfast, and then head out. It's raining unexpectedly today, so I walked in and it was kind of partly cloudy, but it seemed like a nice day. And then I walk out of cold plunging and it's raining, so not excited about that. And dating update for now, or as of today, is we're still talking, so that's good. We've been talking for a month, so now I just have to get like really specific, like, okay, so are we ever gonna plan a date or not? And if not, then like I'm gonna cut this guy loose. I would like, you know, he seems like a really nice guy, but I think that's the challenge of like dating long distance, is that you can talk to someone for a long time and then like finally meet them and then you realize like we don't have chemistry or something. So I'm a little concerned about that. I also think, because like I don't want to keep talking about things, and then we spend all this time investing into each other, like with our time and like getting to know each other, and like things not vibing. So I'm I don't know if I'm overly hung up on it, but I just kind of want to address it, which I feel like I've already have. I was just like, you know, like if we're both not going to match, like we both don't want to waste each other's time. So we kind of need to find out like sooner than later, because I am a little bit older than this guy, so just by a couple years. But for me, you know, I've been very clear and serious, and I'm like, you know, I don't want to waste a whole lot of time on just talking to people. Like I want to get to know them in person, see if we vibe, go on like 1 or 2 dates, and then kind of figure out like what's next, either pursue a relationship or don't. And then I can find other people. I am still on eHarmony, and I have just checked back periodically, and still like nothing else. There's a guy on Coffee Meets Bagels that I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm really not super interested, but like he actually responded. So it was like somebody who's actually responding. I haven't responded back to him. So yeah, that's about it. I actually need to go out on a date, like in person with a guy. Like that's what I need to work on. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's like speed dating events, but I think right now my main focus is just trying to get my life back in order. I feel like personally really out of control, and just not together right now. And it makes me like really nervous, especially like just everything just seems like it's a mess right now. And I just really need to find some stability somewhere in my life. I don't feel like I have that. So yeah. So anyway, let's go to Ulta. Okay, so I finished the last video and I mentioned I was going to go to Ulta, which I did. It is Monday, by the way, and I completely spaced and didn't record it. But I ended up getting everything that I needed. I spent like $112. Why must it be so expensive for women to get makeup? And like I literally bought foundation, liquid foundation, powder foundation, and I ended up getting, I needed like an extra pair of tweezers. Those were like $6, which is outrageous to me. And then I bought one more thing. I think I only bought like 3 items. And like the 3 essentials for me and my like makeup routine is I have to have foundation. I need coverage, right? So yeah, oh, I ended up buying my Squalane cleanser that I love from The Ordinary. And they have like a bigger size, right? And I thought I grabbed the one that was like only like $8 or whatever. It was $20 freaking for this Squalane cleanser. And I use it like all the time. Like it's my other go-to other than just like my Neutrogena wipes that I use like 2 of those and it still doesn't get all my makeup off. So anyways, that's kind of where I'm at with that. And dating update is still about the same. Still talking to the guy from Washington. So my friends in my accountability group, we are constantly checking in on everything that we're doing. And that's like not only like some of my projects that I'm doing, getting my coaching business up and going, but also my dating life. So they're holding me accountable on that as well. So right now what I'm doing is I said I was going to kind of do a little bit more, dig more into this guy's background. So I know I said, and if this guy ends up being the guy, I don't know yet, but if he does, then we can laugh about this when we get old. Okay. But it's like, I do, as women, we do have to like watch our back. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to watch our back and make sure people are who they say they are. And you know, we all, like the whole world was just completely like involved in the story of Risa Tisa, right? Like, who the F did I marry? I don't want to be that person. So I go into like deep background checking on people and finding a paper trail. So that was one of the things they said I was going to do for my Monday or Tuesday when we have our next meeting, is that I was going to bring some like up-to-date information and basically fact check. So that's what I'm doing, fact checking. So this guy says he's a civil engineer. He says the company he works for also has offices all over the US and one in San Diego. So I did a little research and some of the information that he had shared with me about like where this this engineering firm is located, and it checked. Okay, so I'm like, okay, good, check. All that's true. All this is accurate. Fantastic. So I have a little bit more digging to look into. More things. I'm just looking for some type of paper trail, social media account, something, because like really people kind of show you their true colors on social media because they don't think anyone's like really paying attention other than like their inner circle. And if you're not paying attention, you don't have the right securities, anybody can see it. And I can locate just about anything. Even if it was written like years ago, I can find it. You know, if you do a good enough background check and Google check, you can find stuff. So for me, I am just looking and just remembering the things that he's saying and just trying to see like, you know, is it real? Is it not real? Is it all BS? And so far the job is checked out. I'm just trying to see if I can find like something on a website or his name on a website somewhere or his picture of his face on something. I'm looking for that. And, you know, just asking more and more questions, and I'm getting a little bit more information about like where he's actually located, which has been helpful. And he gave me a lot of information about the family farm and how that came about. Excuse me, I'm just trying to move over, bro. And just how that all came about for his family, and just trying to fact check that. And yeah, it's hard dating. It is true. But I think like if any guy thinks that's like weird that girls do that, I think that they have a problem personally, because like we can't always trust what guys say, and guys shouldn't trust what we girls say anyways. They should just kind of be cautious, and I'm being very cautiously optimistic because I haven't met this person. I'm just going off of basically what they've told me, and I can't believe everything that people tell me because sometimes people don't always tell the truth. So yeah, I don't want to like ever misrepresent myself, and I don't want someone to do that to me. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So anyways, I am still on that trip, so I'm going to do a little bit more digging. I also want to remind all of you guys to please sign up for my newsletters. I have been slowly getting a following here on my YouTube page, and I have this nice little newsletter that I call the Weekly Tea, and I'm spilling the tea all over the place, okay? Spilling it. And just giving you guys all the tea on fitness and what's happening on my YouTube channel, and updates about and articles that I've written, and everything that you need to know to support your self-care, your mental well-being, all of that. So I have that coming out every Friday, and I am slowly having people sign up, which has been a positive. I'm seeing people are signing up, but if you haven't, please do, and I will make sure to update that every single week for you guys, to keep you guys in the loop of what's happening when my business is officially kicking off, which technically is supposed to kick off next week. Am I ready? I don't know. I don't think you're ever completely ready, but we're doing it. The website's looking so good. I have a couple more things that I need to kind of get on top of my virtual assistant about. I should probably do that today, and work on some more freebies, which I haven't finished. And right now I'm driving home because we evidently, crossing my fingers, our new refrigerator got delivered, which was a huge surprise. That I got a call from my landlord, and he says, hey guys, guess what? We're getting a new fridge that's coming tomorrow. So I have all of my food that I couldn't put in the fridge. I had to take it out before I left for work because I didn't have time to go back and forth to work today. So I got to get my stuff in the fridge. I have everything kind of cold packed right now, but I'm just like kind of concerned about it. So I'm going to run home really quick and then go for a nice quiet walk on my own. And our trainer didn't show up today, and he's not going to show up on Wednesday. So my workout week is going to be really messed up. I'm off on Friday for Good Friday. So I'm looking forward to that because that's like, with the Holy Week coming up, it's a very spiritual time. So I'm basically going to unplug starting Thursday afternoon, and I might have you guys walk with me through Holy Week. I don't know yet I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. It just popped in my head, and just kind of go with me through the whole spiritual moments before Easter. It's a very like sacred time, and it's going to be good. So I'm looking forward to the different mass and the liturgy on Friday, and Easter Vigil is tough because it's like 3 hours long, but it's always kind of cool. It's actually kind of like my anniversary for becoming or being confirmed as Catholic, is because I was confirmed at Easter Vigil. So I've been coming the past couple of years because it's just, I don't want to go on Sunday because it's so busy, and Easter Vigil, it's busy, but it's not as busy. So anyway, I'm back to working out. So my workout schedule's messed up this week. So I worked out with my coworker today, and we don't really do a heavy workout. We talk during most of it, but we at least got some movement. And then I am also going to do a walk today. Wednesday, we know we don't have a workout, so I'm going to figure that out. I'll probably work out by myself on Wednesday. Friday, since it's Holy Week and I have that off, I'm probably going to go work out sometime during the day before I head to do Stations of the Cross. I think Stations of the Cross is at noon, and then we do Divine Mercy at 3 o'clock. So I try to participate in as much as I can, and then I will be kind of unplugging for the rest of the week. So yeah, I am looking forward to that. And I also am so stoked. I got the cutest Tupperware, glass Tupperware from Target, and I've been really trying not to spend a ton of money, and I've been completely taking back a lot of my spending from Target. But I did get Tupperware yesterday, and I got a set of 5 or 6 for $35, and they have the little protection plasticky stuff. I don't know what it is, but it protects glass. And I meal prepped, and then I forgot my lunch today, which sucked. So I ended up having to just go get like a little acai bowl, and I'm starving. So I'm probably gonna go run home, maybe grab something to eat while I'm there, and look at this fridge. I'm hoping it's bigger than what we had, because our fridge was so tiny, and the freezer especially, and I have a roommate, and it's just, there's no room to put anything. It's a mess. So I'm gonna do that, and then also edit this video so you guys can see it. And I'm just so looking forward to you guys, number one, signing up for my newsletter, The Weekly Tea. Also, please leave a comment if you have ideas. My best friend, she put, I needed to, she wanted healthy recipes and stuff. And I'm not a cook, I'm not a chef. Like, I can cook plain stuff, but like, I don't know. I just don't have like the best setup, especially for recording. Since I have a roommate, she's kind of loud, she's a little nosy, and I just won't get good shots. So that's my excuse for that, if you read the comments in my last video. But potentially I have to ask my friend. She kind of offered up her kitchen, and I think it might be kind of fun if we like do a collab. She has little kids, so her hands might be a little full to do that, but it could be kind of fun. So anyways, I will look into that. But if you have ideas, if you guys want to see more workouts, because I haven't been posting workouts recently, because most of our workouts have been the same, or you guys want more of this talking stuff, or you guys want me doing something else, or more self-care stuff. I know the dating one is always a big deal. People want to hear all about that, but I don't know. I gotta figure out how to record via like what I'm researching. That's probably a little much, okay? But maybe I'll do a whole video on my tips for like background checking people and fact checking, but not saying the internet, like everything on the internet is like perfectly fine and like everything is true. But if it's like, you know, you can fact check. If somebody says they work someplace, you can pretty well fact check that. You can get information to see if somebody really works there. So anyways, I am gonna go and get back to getting home and taking care of myself. You can see my makeup is actually on today. I was looking at my last video, and I was like, oh, my face is puffy, like really puffy again. Like a couple of, when I came back from Europe, my whole face on my left side blew up, and it looked like I had some swelling again this weekend. It might also, some of it's lymphatic. I think some of it was because of my period, but I also think some of it might be because I had Chipotle and I had chips on Friday, and I think the salt and the chips my body doesn't like, and I love the chips, they're delicious, but I don't think my body likes that. So anyways, I will check you guys